Have you ever wished there was, like, a secret instruction manual for succeeding at work? Well, today, we're basically going to build one together. This is your personal workplace toolkit. And trust me, it's going to completely change how you think about your career. Okay, let's get into it.
So, are you ready? I mean, really ready for the professional world? It's a big question, and honestly, it can feel a little intimidating, right? You've got the skills, you've got the drive, but it can all still seem like a huge mystery. But don't you worry, by the end of this, you are going to have the confidence to shout, yes. Because here's the thing, and it's a big one. Your skills, they're only half the story. The other half, the part that really matters, is how you show up every day. You know, your attitude, your awareness, and the way you connect with the people around you, that's what truly makes all the difference.
So think of it like this. You wouldn't try to build a house without a hammer, a saw, and a plan, right? Of course not. Your career is exactly the same. So let's go ahead and open up that toolbox and see what tools we need to build a career that's not just successful, but one that you actually love. All right, tool number 1, and this is maybe the most important tool in the entire kit, the People Toolkit. Because let's be real, almost every job in the end is all about people. If you can master this, you have pretty much mastered the hardest part of the whole game.
So every single workplace has its own unique personality, its own vibe. We call this its work culture. It's kind of the unwritten rules, right? The inside jokes, the way people communicate. Your first mission, if you choose to accept it, is to become a detective and really figure out the culture of your workplace.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about two words that sound similar but are worlds apart: respect and trust. See, you can respect someone's amazing skills from way across the room, but trust is different. You can only trust someone's character up close. The ultimate goal for you? Be the kind of person who earns both.
So, how do you do that? How do you earn both? Well, you develop these 4 professional superpowers. First, fairness. That's treating everyone the same. Then, integrity. That's doing the right thing, especially when no one's watching. Third, respecting privacy. Basically, being a vault for secrets, no gossip. And finally, keeping your cool. Being that calm, steady person, even when things get stressful.
Today's workplaces are this amazing mix of different cultures and backgrounds, which is awesome, but it can also be a challenge. So here's a super simple 4-step guide to make that diversity a huge strength. Step 1, just be aware of your own biases. Step 2, don't judge. Differences are just different. Step 3, get curious, ask questions. And finally, step 4, just build real friendships, connect as people.
Okay, so we've got the people part covered. Now let's grab our second tool, the Smarts Toolkit. And hey, this isn't about having the highest IQ in the room. Nope, it's about being the smartest at communicating and working together. Oh man, we have all been here, haven't we? You've got a mountain of work, but just a molehill of time. That deadline is creeping closer, and you can feel the panic setting in. So what do? Well, you have to ask for what you need. And that brings us to our next skill, and that skill is negotiation. Now hold on, I know what you're thinking. That word sounds so intense, like high-stakes business deals. But really, negotiation is something we all do, every single day. It's just a conversation where you try to solve a problem together. It's a key skill for everyone. And just like in a game, there are different strategies you can use. You could try problem solving, where you both work together to find the best possible outcome. You could compete, where you really try to get your way. You might compromise, where you're both meet in the middle. Or you could even yield on a small point to build goodwill for later. The trick is knowing which strategy to use and when.
So, how do you get ready for one of these conversations? The good news is it's not nearly as complicated as it sounds. Actually, it all boils down to a really simple 3-step plan.
Here it is. First, know your goal. What's the one thing you absolutely have to get? Second, know what you're willing to give up or be flexible on. And third, and this is the secret sauce, try to understand their side. What do they want? What pressures are they under? If you can answer these 3 questions, you're already in a great position to succeed.
All right, we've talked about people skills, and we've talked about communication smarts. But you know what? None of that matters if we're not working in a safe and healthy place. So let's open up our third and final toolkit, the Safety Toolkit.
For a long time now, countries all over the globe have been passing laws to protect workers. This slide shows an example from Malaysia back in 1994, but the idea is totally universal. These laws are a statement that every single person, everywhere, has the right to be safe at work. It's a fundamental human right.
So, next time you see one of those official-looking safety posters or read a regulation, don't just think of it as a bunch of boring rules. Think of it as a promise from your employer and from society itself that your well-being comes first.
But here's the crucial part. Safety is a team sport. It's not just one person's job. Your employer has to provide a safe environment, absolutely. But you also have to follow the rules and use equipment the right way. It's a shared responsibility, and it only works if everyone is on the same team, looking out for each other.
So, what if you do see something that's not right? A cable lying on the floor, a machine making a weird noise, you see a potential hazard. Do you just walk on by and hope someone else deals with it?
Absolutely not. You speak up. You have the right and really the responsibility to raise your hand and say something. The law is on your side, and your courage could literally save someone from getting hurt. It is that important.
And you know, this responsibility doesn't just stop at the front door of the building. Being a true professional these days also means being a good citizen of our planet. That means thinking about our environmental impact and doing our part to protect our shared home. So there you have it, the 3 essential toolkits for a successful and, just as importantly, a fulfilling career. When you put them all together, you're not just some employee, you become a true professional, ready for absolutely anything.
So let's recap. Here's your cheat sheet for success. The People Toolkit. It's all about building trust and respect. The Smarts Toolkit, that's communicating clearly and negotiating wisely. And the Safety Toolkit, making sure everyone's well-being is the top priority. If you can master these 3, you'll be unstoppable.
With all these brand new tools in your hands, there's really only one question left to ask. What kind of professional, what kind of colleague will you be? The choice is entirely yours. Now go out there and build something amazing. Thanks for joining me.